In today's video, I want to chat to you guys about HCMC, so Healthier Choices Management Corp.
This video is brought to you by Weibo. If you'd like to help and support the channel, check out the link in my description box below. You can get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. For all you guys out here trying to get this bread, this is a perfect deal.
But in general, I just want to chat to you about the market as a whole, like basically what's been going on, especially with this week. Like, it's been blood in the streets. It's been red throughout the whole market. A lot of people are scared. A lot of the positions that they're in, a lot of the plays that they're in, they're actually seeing reds in the portfolio, etc. So understandable that they're scared, but there's a reason as to why there's been a lot of sell-offs in the market. Across the board, a lot of plays have been selling off. Like, for instance, CCIV has been selling off, HCMC especially has been selling off, and a lot of people are getting worried now, thinking, oh my God, especially in the run up to the 26th of this month, like tomorrow. So I just want to chat to you guys about what's been going on in this video, but I'll be focusing on HCMC. So in this video, I'll go through the fundamentals of HCMC just to see if anything has changed with the company fundamentally that could maybe explain why there's been a sell-off. And I'm going to look at the technical analysis of HCMC. So basically look at the dip of HCMC and explain it on a technical note, just to see what's been going on with the share price. So the reason why investors do fundamental analysis and technical analysis is fundamental analysis tells you what to buy. So you look at the company, you look at the strengths of the company, you look at the products or services that that company provides, and you also look at the competitors, etc. You look at everything, the revenue, the income, the cash flow. You look at all of those things fundamentally, and those tell you whether or not that's a good company to invest in. And then once you found a company that you want to invest in, a good company, you've looked at all the fundamentals and everything's screaming, you know what, this is a good company, let's invest in it. Then you look at the technical analysis. So the technical analysis is basically telling you when to buy, okay, or when to sell. So that's why it's very important to do fundamental and technical analysis go hand in hand. Okay, some investors may do only fundamental and some investors may do technical, but if you combine the two, your success rate will be a lot higher. So the point I'm trying to make with that is regarding HCMC, as there's been a huge sell-off with HCMC. Okay, so the share price has gone from 0.005 or 0.006 to 0.002, and a lot of people are now worried, thinking, well, you know what, HCMC was a good run, it was good while it lasted, it's time to get out, etc. But what you should really know is that I believe that's just a dip at the moment, okay? So the question you should be asking yourself is, has anything fundamentally changed with HCMC? Has anything fundamentally changed with them? So fundamentally, I mean, has the products changed, or have they got new competitors, or have they suddenly started getting into debt? Are they burning through the cash a lot more? All those things. Basically, if nothing fundamentally has changed with this company, then it's good and it's wise to just hold on to the shares that you have, because a dip is only temporary. Welcome back to InvestorPrime TV. David here. If you're new, this channel is a one-stop shop for anything investment. So investment ideas, investment discussions, stock picks, when to get in the market, when to get out. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, and of course hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further uploads. With that being said, let's get this bread. So guys, like I was saying with HCMC, so Healthier Choices Management Corp, has anything changed fundamentally with this company? So I'm going to have a look at the fundamentals of this company. So looking at the products or services that they provide, basically look a little more into this company fundamentally, and also look at the technical analysis just to see when I believe this dip is ending. With dips and sell-offs, it can go for quite a while. Like a sell-off can be going for quite a while, to the point that you actually lose patience and you sell because you believe, you know what, this share price is not going to recover. I mean, take a look at GameStop, okay? Take a symbol GME. After the craze of the Reddit versus Wall Street craze, the hype, everything around GameStop at the time, the share price literally went up to close to $500 per share, okay? And then since then, there's been a huge sell-off of GameStop. So a lot of investors have been thinking, you know what, GameStop is over. The share price dipped to the point that a lot of investors would have gotten impatient and gotten out. So they would have gone from diamond hands to paper hands, okay, and just sold off. But look what's happening now. Like, pre-market is up to $173, okay? it took off. After that dip, it went from, I believe, like $40 to the close at $90. That's effectively what happens with dips. Okay, because fundamentally with GameStop, nothing changed with GameStop. In fact, if anything, good things happened to GameStop. Guys, so just to have a look at the fundamentals of HCMC. So Healthier Choices Management Corp, HCMC, is a US-based publicly traded company specializing in providing consumers with healthier alternatives to everyday lifestyle choices. HCMC owns an intellectual property suite comprised of patents issued in both United States and Canada. These patents have a primary focus on safer vaping technology, as well as synthetic or imitation nicotine compositions, processes, and methods of manufacture. HCMC continues to innovate and hopes to expand this suite in the future. So HCMC as a company, they are an innovative company. They specialize in effectively creating patents, so patented technologies. So there's a lot of people who smoke in this world, okay? So there's a huge customer base for smoking, and as we all know, smoking is not good for the health. So HCMC have effectively innovated technologies that could be an alternative to smoking. This is great, guys, because as a company with their product, what they're offering, there will always be a need for their product. Okay, so there'll always be a demand for their product, which means that this company will always be able to make profit. I'd like to discuss about the 26th, so the event that's happening on the 26th of this month, so tomorrow. Not to get it confused, I know it's regarding a lawsuit, okay, but they're not going to court tomorrow on the 26th. They're not going to court with Philip Morris. So they've effectively raised a lawsuit claim against PMI. So they've given PMI a deadline of the 26th to respond to their claims. Okay, so PMI might respond and say, you know what, we want to challenge it. We want to go to court. Or they might respond and be like, you know what, right, yeah, we used your patented technology. We apologize. Can we compensate you off the record? Okay. Or however, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't give much more information regarding the legal aspects or legal proceedings of that. But from an investment point of view, what you should understand is that the share price tomorrow, don't expect it to take off to $1 or take off beyond 10 cents or take off even higher tomorrow. Okay, it may very well do. So no one knows exactly what the stock market is going to do, like the share price, etc., is going to do. As an investor, you can only take educated guesses. So that's where you do your due diligence, your DD, so your fundamental analysis, your technical analysis, and then you pull the trigger on whatever trade you want to place or whatever company you want to invest in. You can only do that as an investor. So no one knows what's going to be the outcome tomorrow from a stock market point of view. Okay, so the share price may very well drop again. Okay, but one of the reasons why I believe the share price might be dropping is because a lot of short sellers, maybe they're trying to short this stock hard just so they can quickly get out in anticipation of tomorrow's outcome. Okay, because even short sellers, they don't know what's going on. All right, they're just like us. They take educated guesses based on companies they believe are not doing well, and then they short those stocks and then they make a profit. But we're doing the reverse. We're thinking of companies that we believe are going to do well in the future. Then we invest in that company, we buy the shares, okay, and then we hope for the best. Okay, with regards to tomorrow, okay, don't be worried, whichever the outcome is. If the share price falls again tomorrow, don't be worried because there's a lot going on in the stock market, okay, and even with the weekly chart, the monthly chart, you know, those candles have to consolidate at a share price before the next session open, okay, or candle opens and then that session takes place. But with regards to tomorrow, don't be worried. Me personally, I'll be holding my HCMC shares. So if we have a look at the summary of HCMC, Healthier Choices Management Corp, so currently on Yahoo Finance, okay, so the trading price, it closed at 0.0028, okay, so it was down by 6%. So the market cap of HCMC is 294.3 million. This is well on its way to being a mid-cap company. So this shows that the company is growing, okay? So they have a beta of 108.4. That is very, as you know, this stock is highly volatile, okay? So a beta of 108 is crazy. That comprises of a lot of diamond hands and a lot of people trying to get in on HCMC, especially now that it's dipped, the share price is dipped. A lot of people that missed the boat when the share price took off to 0.005 and beyond, they finally get a chance now to get in on this stock. So the volume is 244.4 million shares being traded. That's insane. Again, there's a lot of activity on this stock. A lot of investors are trying to get in on this stock. and for good reason too, because HCMC as a company is good, and the average volume is 270.7 million shares being traded. Okay, so the average volume is insane on its own, but the volume that's being traded on a daily basis is roughly around the average. People are still trying to get in, investors are still trying to get in on this stock. Right guys, as you can see, we're currently on the chart of HCMC, so Healthier Choices Management Co. So as you can see, the share price has just been rising like crazy, okay? So it went from 0.0003 all the way up to 0.0058, so even 0.006. But now there's been a sell-off or a dip. So on a technical note, this dip has effectively dipped back down to the 20-period moving average. This is natural because when the share price deviates away from the 20-period moving average or a moving average, then there's always reversion to the mean. So that share price usually reverts back to the mean, okay? And this is usually the dip, okay? So this is one way to find out how far the dip is going to go, okay? And this moving average is effectively serving as a support. So what I believe is going to happen is the share price is effectively going to bounce back and test this resistance. So test the resistance of 0.005 roughly. If it tests and breaks this resistance with enough momentum, then guys, we can be off to the moon at this point. Guys, just to reiterate, okay, whenever you see a sell-off, as long as nothing fundamentally has changed with the company, then you shouldn't worry. This is why I say whenever I see a sell-off or whenever I see red candles, it's time to go shopping, okay? Because nothing has changed. If nothing has changed fundamentally with that company, then you should be confident that, okay, the reason you got in on that company or you believed in that company initially when you did your fundamental analysis, you believed the company was good, right? So just because you see red candles with the share price and if nothing has changed with that company fundamentally, then why panic? So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further uploads. And guys, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on HCMC. Are you getting in on HCMC? Finally, that there's a dip, you're able to get in cheaper. Or are you already in on HCMC? Have you got diamond hands? You want to keep it going? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next video.